Hello everyone, welcome to a World of Warship Blitz video. Today's video is a bit of a blast from the past. It's the Tier 5 Japanese battleship, the Kongo. This is the Tech Tree battleship, and when I was first playing World of Warships, probably 2, maybe 3 years ago, this was something pretty special, getting the Kongo. I have very fond memories of it. It's one of my most played ships, but I haven't played it for a while, and with new lines coming out, I wanted to get back in and see whether or not it had lost anything or, well, gained anything or, well, what was it like? So anyway, the Kongo is at Tier 5 relatively quick, although there are some other quicker ships appearing, like the Corbière. The French Tier 5 is not too slow. I think the Kongo's still the record keeper though at Tier 5. And there are obviously the British battleships, which aren't as slow as the American battleships, but still, aren't great. So here we are, we're heading in, supporting our friendly Okhotnik there. Now, what I'm trying to do here is I've got my guns to the left. Now, the risk here, this can be good for trying to drive towards the cap without getting driven into the centre, but the risk is that you get pushed towards the outside to keep your guns on target, because once you're in a battleship, changing sides with your guns is a real problem. So up against this we have what looks like an Agincourt, which has a whole lot of low caliber guns, but heaps of them. And the Kongo's armour isn't particularly great. So he's got 14 guns, I've got 8. So we're going to empty the tube. We've got 11 seconds before we reload. I'm going to have to empty the tubes because there's a destroyer nearby. So we open the toggle and we're just going to let rip and on for the HE. So it's a bit of a wait for this guy. He will have fired his torpedoes forward at me, so having slowed down then accelerated, we'll give him some love from the secondaries. Oh, a couple of hits there. Going broadside for more torpedoes, and he's gone. So that's the destroyer dealt with. And that's what I remember the Kongo being quite good at. It's agile enough that you weren't too much destroyer bait. So its guns are fairly accurate, and it does have a precise aiming consumable. Now what I'm doing here is I'm trying to maintain a nose-on position to try and keep these two ships busy. Now if I can keep two ships busy for one, that's quite useful, and then it's time to look on the mini-map. We've got ships all over the place running an individual. Looks like we've got a cruiser trying to find their aircraft carrier being countered by a cruiser, so that's not a great place to be. We've lost a destroyer. Chances are, oh no, the Okhotnik's still there by the looks of it. Usually the Okhotnik's pretty quick to go. And the reason for that is it's a very difficult destroyer to use. It's very tempting to use all those torpedoes, but let me tell you, the Okhotnik really is a gunboat. It has lots of torpedoes that look good, but they don't do a lot of damage, and they're very, very, very short range. So we're basically countering this guy. We've got 2 caps to their 1. One of our ships seems to have snuck inside, which is good, but I think he's also been dealt with, so as soon as the enemy head towards that cap, they'll capture it back. If I can keep these ships pinned out here, then I'm doing my job. So here we are, we're going to try and nose in again. Unfortunately, we'll nose in with the Agincourt versus the Kongo. He loses so many guns, it's not worth him doing it. So the Kongo does have that advantage, and here I am, I'm trying to rotate my turrets. Good luck to me, because I need to start getting in to protect some of the caps. That Nuremberg is... Oh, and then I'm going back around with the guns again. That Nuremberg is heading towards our cap, and I need to deal with them without putting a massive broadside onto that Agincourt. Unfortunately, if I hadn't started to rotate the guns, I would have had a lot more to deal with them. So let's get some shots out. We're taking a bit of a pasting. We have no precise aiming left. He's turning in. So he's going to get inside our cap. If I can just nail him. Now, he's probably got a little bit too much health. And he is turning, which means that he is trying to maintain a nose-on position to me as well, which is a smart thing to do. So I'm unable to prevent him from taking the cap. In fact, we don't even get him at all, which isn't great from a score perspective. Now he's going to try and come out and get me. I'm having problems judging. Now, at these sorts of angles, it's actually quite problematic to judge the direction that a ship is going. If it's a pure gun battle, well, the game ends. Very close. So, well, the Kongo is not quite as special as I remember it, I'm going to have to say. I think it has been power-crept, particularly by the British battleships. So the Tech Tree and the Agincourt. Still, I mean, it was an enjoyable little boat to drive, but for World of Warship Blitz, it really rewards numbers of guns, and the Kongo with 8 just is slightly behind its competition. So all in all, a bit power-crept, but still a fairly enjoyable ship to run. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.